Hey Jason, this is Steven. I spoke to you earlier today. In this video, I'm going to show you three things that you can do today to start putting yourself in a position to where you show up over your competitors there when people are searching for your services online. In turn, getting you more high quality jobs. Now, by the end of this video, you can see that I do have the technical know-how to get this done. You can reach back out, we can chat, or you can just take this information and implement it yourself if you'd like. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and jump right in here. Now, the three things I'll be going over are content, citations, and backlinks. Now, content is everything on your website, but we're gonna be primarily focused on your homepage here. Now, Google likes to see at least 1,500 words of content on the front page of these service-based industries such as yours. This allows you plenty of opportunity to put in all the buyer intent keywords and key phrases that people are searching for when they're searching for your services online. So what I did first, excuse me, sorry, is I pulled up one of your main competitors here in Fayetteville, and that's Blanton's. I know we see them all around town. This is their Fayetteville page just for their electrical services, and I threw them into a tool that I subscribe to called Ahrefs. Now, this tool, it pretty much gives me a behind the scenes view of what Google uses to rank websites. So their Fayetteville page is currently being found for 8 keywords, and it was clicked on 94 times in just the past 30 days. All right. So I went ahead and threw your website into the same tool, and MidsouthElectricInc.com is currently being found for 2 keywords, but you were not clicked on through any Google searches in the past 30 days. All right. So let's go back to our competitor here. And if we click on this 8, it'll show us the 8 keywords they're currently being found for. So these are all location-based buyer intent keywords, right? Electrician Fayetteville NC being the most searched for one. So this was searched right around 200 times in the past 30 days, and that's where they got the majority of their clicks. They got 64 of them there. But it would be beneficial to get all these on your website as well, right? So, but what we can do right now is we can see, we'll find out these, we're going to click on this too. We'll see what keywords you're being found for. You're being found for the Mid-South Electric, right? So these are branded keywords, and people are only searching for this if they already know who you are. So people that are searching for electrical services in Fayetteville, NC, aren't necessarily, you're not going to be picked up for that because you're not being found for those keywords. So, like I said, it would be beneficial to put these on your website, right? And that's why it's good to have a good 1,500 words too, because it gives you plenty of opportunity to put these on. And especially like Electrician Fayetteville NC, you'd want to put that on your site at least 2 or 3 times, right? You can actually find out how many times they have it on their website, and you'd want to put it on like once more. So that's it for content. Next, we will be going over citations. Now, when people are searching these terms like electrician Fayetteville NC, studies have shown that right around 45% of those people are going to be clicking on one of these businesses in this section here. This is the map pack. This is your Google business profile. Now, most people are under the impression that uh, the driving factor to get ranked up in here are your reviews, and that's not the case. I mean, it is a factor. There are many factors here, but the driving factor are citations. Now, a citation is your business's name, address, and phone number on an online directory. Some of these directories include like Yelp, Nextdoor, Apple Maps, Thumbtack, Angie. There's quite a few of them, right? Now, it used to be that the more of these directories you were in, the better. And like whoever was in the most directories usually was pretty much guaranteed a spot in this map pack. But that's not how Google works these days. They don't really care about the number so much of these citations. They care more about the source, right? And there's three, they call them major data aggregators that you definitely want to be in. All right. And that's Data Axle, Newstar, and Foursquare. Okay. These act like, think of it as like a river, right? And these are at the top of the river, and they once you're in these, they actually push your data downstream to like hundreds of smaller apps, navigation systems, and directories, and this is all automatic. But there are a core it's like a core consumer group of directories, and you can actually look that up online that you'll want to manually be in as well, right? And that's like those Angie, Thumbtack, Nextdoor, Apple Maps, Yelp, BBB. Make sure you're in those, right? AI is a big player these days, and they look for data consistency, right? Your name, address, phone number consistent again on all these aggregators in all these core sites. Once they see that, AI will trust you and they'll actually start recommending you. So you get all that straightened out, you'll be in contention to get into this top three right here. Hope that made sense. Um, Underneath the map pack is Google's organic search results list. In the number one spot, TL and Blanton are like they're like neck and neck. They're going back and forth right here. But the number one spot will get right around 40% of the clicks, whereas the map pack split up the 45% between the three. This is 40% all by itself. Now the main driver here are what we call backlinks. Now backlinks, it's essentially other when you have other websites on the internet that have a link on their site that when clicked leads back to your website. Now Google uses these backlinks as like an online referral system. And the more relevant that those websites are that are linking back to you, the better. So for example, say you have a local blog page or a popular industry site linking back to you. That's what's actually going to help push you up in Google rankings. But since you guys are an electrical company, say you have a website like Pizza Hut linking back to you. It's very popular, gets a lot of traffic, but it's not going to do you guys any good because you guys don't sell pizza or have anything to do with pizza. Now, I brought up one of the other main competitors here, and that's at TL Electric. They're actually number one right now, and I threw them into the same tool, right, that I showed you earlier. But now I want to pay attention to this backlink profile. Um, so to be clear, it's through your content, primarily your keywords, that Google is able to find you for what people are searching for, right? But once they find you, to determine where they're going to place you on that list is all dependent on your backlinks and the relevance and the quality of the backlinks, primarily the quality of the websites that you're getting backlinks from. So right now, TL Electric has 221 backlinks coming from a total of 81 other websites. They're calling them referring domains in here. Let's take a look at your count. You currently have 67 backlinks coming from a total of 46 websites. So it's not necessarily about the number, right? It's kind of like the citations. It's about the source you're getting them from. And so they're number one. And since we know it's the websites they're getting them from, or their driving force of them being up top there on the list, we want to take a look at where they're getting them from. So we can click on that 81. This is going to bring up all 81 websites they're currently getting backlinks from. It'd be beneficial to go down this list through both pages and get backlinks from them yourself. If you were to do this, and this is assuming your content and your keywords are correct at this point, you would actually put yourself in contention for that number one spot. Now, to really kind of pretty much ensure you a number one spot, you'd want to, of course, you want to make sure your content is right. But after that, do the same thing we just did with the backlinks with the top 3 to 5 websites on this list. And it would take some time, but you would eventually take over the number one spot and get all that traffic. So let's go ahead and recap what we went over. The first thing is going to be content. You want to be in at least, or you want at least 1,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords and the right amount of keywords. Second are citations. You want to be, first of all, you want to be in those first three major data aggregators, and then you want to be in the main, like the core consumer directories, which you can actually look that up. But that's like Yelp, Angie, Thumbtack, BBB, that type of thing. And these days, AI is huge, right? So AI is looking for what we call data. I already explained that. I'm going back over that. I'm sorry. Now, lastly is going to be backlinks, meaning you need more relevant websites linking back to your site to show Google that you guys are the authority when it comes to electrical companies in and around the Fayetteville area. Like I said at the beginning of this video, you can take this information and implement it yourself, or if you'd rather book a discovery call with me. My name's Steven. I live right here in Grays Creek. You can either give me a call at 910-551-2006 or just simply reply back to this email. But either way, Jason, I appreciate your time and thank you for giving me the opportunity to send this to you. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.